Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wingcat Sports. And it's been a while, been a couple weeks since we talked about the Lions. I had a busy week last week, but we will get to it this week with everything that has happened since we last talked about the Detroit Lions. We have hired our defensive coordinator and our offensive coordinator. Defensive coordinator being Kelvin Shepard, offensive coordinator being John Morton. Both have been with the team. Um, Shepard's more of an internal hire. Morton was on Denver's staff last year, but he has been on the team before. Still losing coaches left and right um, to other teams. Scotty Montgomery interviewed for the offensive coordinator position in Dallas. I don't know if they have their offensive coordinator yet or not. I haven't paid attention to Dallas as much. Um, David Shaw got added to the Lions staff. And I believe we did lose Tanner Erkstan to the New York Jets as well, out of our coaching carousel that's happening inside the Lions organization.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people panicking about it or something, but what do they expect? This is what's going to happen. They like you said, these are people that Dan Campbell knows. I'm sure he's comfortable with them. The John Morton pick, especially, is somebody we were kind of curious about. It comes from Denver, so I mean, him and Sean Payton and Dan Campbell are all friends, and they know each other, and so I think it'll be a comfortable transition. And you're going to have to, no one's really going to know many of these assistants or anything like that, you know, um, to make any kind of judgment. We're just going to have to, this is what's going to happen. I mean, you're a good team. They're going to steal your assistants. And you got to just move on. Um, I'm kind of excited to see the new things and see what happens.
Luckily, you were able to keep Hank Fraley on the coaching staff. He did not end up taking the offensive coordinator position in Seattle. He stayed with the team. He got promoted from his um, offensive line duties. I think he's offensive line plus something else now. If I click on it, I can know exactly what he is. But they do promote him. He is going to, let's see if I can find exactly. He will be the run game coordinator on top of the offensive line. So double duty for him. Like I said, it's been good. They have promoted from within. They've been keeping up with everything. Um, and just as much as they lose, they're just promoting and trying to keep it going, which is good. Other rumors around the NFL, and it's kind of going to talk a little bit longer with each of them, maybe one more than the other, but a couple recent trades have popped up for possibilities for the Lions. The first one is kind of calmer, but I could see happening if they don't re-sign Tim Patrick, or even if they do re-sign Tim Patrick, maybe we just have a very, very deep wide receiver core. Um, Cooper Cup will be traded from the Rams. The Rams said they will be trading him. Cup did not request a trade, but the Rams said you will be gone this offseason. We seem to potentially be a favorite to land Cooper Cup, which I have no problem with at the right price. And the Rams are willing to eat money, so he's not going to eat that much of your cap if the Rams are going to eat some of the money too.
Right. I mean, I don't like a lot of people. I'm not sure where he fits in. I'd rather have Patrick if that's the choice, him or Patrick. I'd rather have Patrick, but um, you know, if they feel that Cooper Cup can help us achieve the goal of winning a Super Bowl, then I'm all up for it. He's certainly familiar with Jared Goff. Um, so we let's see. I mean, when he's healthy, he's a very good wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams, if they do a pre June 1st trade, they would already require the Rams to absorb the remaining portions of Cup's signing bonus as a $17.26 million dead cap hit for the Rams. But I think he would be fine. I think you could sign Patrick and have him. Because you probably only need to trade a couple draft picks to get Cooper Cup.
Right.
Probably a third and a fourth at the most.
I mean, it'd
Um,
be a lot of wide receiver depth there, but
I mean, it kind
I JMO's always a big question mark to me.
well,
I just think they might be even thinking of trading the guy.
I'm
So
looking at it. You usually carry six anyways. Khalif Raymond obviously would drop down to your five at that point if you sign Tim Patrick and have Cooper Cup. But I mean, he's still reliable. You have 5 reliable wide receivers.
That's a hell
I
of a that 6. I mean, that's a hell of a group. That's a hell of a group.
so
Whether or not they'll be happy, not all getting the ball, but who knows?
I mean, golf would have options if you ended up making this trade. Um, Whether they do it or not, I don't think it's a must need for the Lions to make this trade. But obviously, if you can get it without really getting rid of anybody, I think it wouldn't be a problem. You're going to have an amazing wide receiver core if you end up having Cooper Cup on the team. And the pressure of LA will be off him. He won't be a wide receiver 1 here. He at most might be a 2, but with his age, probably not. He'll probably be wide receiver number 3 behind JMO and St.
Plus,
Brown.
you're going to have injuries, so I mean, it helps.
And you'll have injury. Again, it's less stress on everybody, I think, if you had Cup, because it's another option.
Right.
And the offense can keep on flowing between Laporta and Gibbs also being able to catch the ball pretty well. And we'll see what ends up happening. It'll happen again after the Super Bowl, most likely, but we'll see what ends up happening. Other news: Myles Garrett has requested a trade out of Cleveland. Could the Lions be going after him? We'll see. Again, it's a question mark of, do you want to? Do you need to? You have Zadarius Smith right now. He's no Myles Garrett, but him with Hutchinson should be perfectly okay. I mean, Zadarius Smith did not do bad in his second half of the season with the Lions, and he very well could handle the duties alongside Hutchinson, and that middle of the defensive line is good. But you add Myles Garrett, we're probably going to have to trade a couple first-round picks, maybe in a deeper round pick, and maybe somebody else in order to get Myles Garrett. But he does not want to stay in Cleveland, and if you want to go after him, you're going to have to at least give up something decent.
It's not what Holmes does. It's not really in his, usually his style. So I don't think it'll happen. But you never know. You never, like I said, I can't. It would be great to have those two, Hutch and him, on both sides. Then you still have Zadarius Smith if you don't release him.
A 5-man rush with Zadarius Smith added on to that.
It would be pretty crazy. Aleem McNeil and Reader in the middle, and oh my god, that'd be a hell of a line.
You would be perfectly okay with that trade. Most people, if you said, I mean, depending on who you throw in, I saw someone throw JMO and Jack Campbell in the trade. No.
I would throw JMO in the trade and a number 1 and probably another pick if that's what they wanted. Jack Campbell, no, he's getting better and better. I wouldn't want to touch him.
If you could avoid trading any player on your team, that would be preferred. Keep the team as intact as you can. Don't send JMO to Cleveland to die, because that's what will happen.
Well, that's the business. If he made himself more valuable to us, we probably wouldn't. But
basically,
he's probably the biggest problem on our offense.
Whoever you send to Cleveland's going to die, basically.
No, not necessarily, but
especially
it's going to take them a while to get their goal. That's why he's coming, because he's 30 years old. He would like to play for a championship team, and that isn't in Cleveland's plans in the next several years.
I would just like to say your other option is you roll with Darius Smith for a year, and a year Max Crosby is a free agent. And if you don't draft someone this year and you want to sign someone next year, Max Crosby will be available.
Right.
And you don't have to trade any picks away, and you don't have to give up any players. And
I'm not for these knee-jerk reactions. Let's keep building the team right. Let's have a strong foundation. And you know what? That's what it comes down to. You're not guaranteed a Super Bowl. But you know what? I want to watch meaningful football for 4 months. And, we can do that if we don't, sell the farm. So let's see what happens. Let Holmes draft. He's been doing really well with that. And let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have the opportunities to make this team even better than what it was. But we'll see again what happens, because again, Myles Garrett's on the table for you to trade. Cooper Kupp on the table for you to trade. If you want to stay back and calm, you have a good enough team. You signed Tim Patrick back.
Trey
the line's good.
Too.
Trey Hendrickson has not requested a trade, but he's open to a trade. And if you want to go after him, you could go after him. He led the league in sacks this year. So
know. Great.
And it would have been Hutch if he didn't break his leg. If somehow you manage to get Hendrickson on the team too, that would be an amazing line for you to have. But again, we'll see what ends up happening, and how aggressive they want to end up being, because there's only so much they can do without starting to hurt the team overall. But we'll see what happens. And a little side note to end the video on, Pro Bowl was this past week. Jared Goff won the NFC's accuracy passing game. He wasn't so accurate in the playoffs, but he won an accuracy passing game. And he was the Pro Bowl MVP. So there's some positive news. So
What does that say?
so your quarterback has done fantastic in the Pro Bowl, just not in the postseason.
Congrats, Jared Goff. I thought that said in the corner, I hate rectal hemorrhaging. I don't know what that
Why
means.
would you say that?
I don't know.
Why would
what
you say that
said
in the
middle?
Why would you say that in the video? Why would you say
Because it's funny.
It's
Ha
not-
ha
it's not
ha.
fun. But we'll end it there. With all that being said, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. Let us know what you think about Lions soft season so far. And until next time, see everybody.
All right.
Soon.
Oh.